The oriental dragon, a mythical creature with many unusual abilities, flies high above the clouds or dives in the deep sea. Not only that, they can also create rain and create wind. Because of this, ancient Asian people worship them very much. Therefore, dragons are often used to represent kings in feudal times. And to this day, whether dragons really exist or not, is still an unanswered question. And today I will send you clips that people accidentally shot in real life, showing that dragons really exist on our earth. This video was shot by a fisherman in Vietnam 10 years ago. The image that this fisherman film shows, there is a creature that looks like a dragon in folklore. The creature only appeared for a moment and then dived deep under the water. This is not the only evidence of dragons appearing in Vietnam. Once again, netizens heard about a clip of a strange creature flying in the cloud, when the sky was filled with dark clouds. And the area in this clip is confirmed by the cameraman to be in the area of Dien Bien Province, Vietnam, border with Yunnan Province, China. According to information from the owner of the clip, said, he is Harvard, a French tourist traveling in North Vietnam, and this clip was recorded at a local hotel in Dien Bien Province. When he saw a strange sign in the cloud, out of curiosity, he used the camera to record. After watching this clip, most users are convinced that it is the dragon that was recorded in the ancient scriptures. Sea dragons appeared in Vietnam through eyewitness accounts. From about the late 19th century to the early 20th century, there were continuously domestic and foreign witnesses who openly claimed to have seen sea dragons off the coast of Ha Long Bay, Vietnam. Even many media outlets have reported on this event. According to documents of the French Navy documenting the war in Vietnam, in July 1897, Captain Laugresil, commander of the Avalanche gunboat and sailors while in the territory of Ha Long Bay, they accidentally encountered two strangely large animals. Their body looks like a snake, moves undulating under the water, about 20 meters long, 2 to 3 meters big body. Out of fear, the sailors on the ship fired cannons at them, causing them to dive deep into the sea. Then on February 15, 1898, on the same ship, Captain Laugresil and his crew again encountered the two sea monsters. This time the crew was not panicking like last time, but curious instead. The captain ordered the ship to chase and approach two sea monsters. They immediately swam away. The ship chased continuously for 35 hours. During the chase, the sailors wanted to corner them into shallow water to make them easier to catch, but they seemed to know their intentions, so they turned towards the deep sea. These stories at that time were published in a French newspaper called Hai Phong Nouvelle with the title, "Dragon Appeared on Ha Long Bay." The British magazine 40 Times also reported, oceanographers believe that many places off the coast of Ha Long Bay have repeatedly appeared giant sea snakes. So, in the end, do dragons really exist? You are the one to give the answer. Leave a comment below so we can discuss it together. Junglers often have many taboos. Such as, when going into the forest, do not offend the plants here. Because the longer the tree has a lifespan, the stronger their spirit, or even the devil, resides inside. That's why junglers often have implicit rules. For example, it is not allowed to call each other's names, because the devil will take advantage of this and lure you in when you are vulnerable. If you don't believe this, then watch the scary videos in the forest. You all know that trees can't move on their own. But in this video it's completely different. The video appears to have been filmed by someone from above. In the video we see a tree that automatically moves and dances in the forest, as if it wants to uproot and leave that place, though the sky had no wind or any object affecting it, in a dense forest. Maybe the tree is being manipulated by some dark force, or it's tired of the place and wants to find a more interesting place to live. This is not the only case. This next video will amaze us. The tree in this video, I don't know why it can move on the ground like that. What force caused this strange thing? The Buddha once said that everything in this world has a spirit. Perhaps this tree is proving that statement. This video was recorded by a resident in Russia. That afternoon, the family heard strange sounds coming from the trees near their house. When they ran out to observe, they were surprised to see some moving trees. As far as they said, there weren't any bulldozers or machinery nearby. So what's going on? What do you think of these trees? Please leave a comment to let us know. Thanks for following up. Ryan, a 5-year-old boy raved about Hollywood decades ago. He can even show himself in an old Hollywood movie. Ryan's mother, Cindy, a Catholic and did not believe in reincarnation, had to write to Dr. Jim B. Tucker for help because she thinks her son is having trouble with past life memories. Her son Ryan, when he was just 5 years old, suddenly acted very strangely. The boy kept shouting at and imagined himself directing a movie. Even the boy often wakes up in the middle of the night, screaming and telling his mother that he used to live in Hollywood. The boy's mother borrowed an old book from the library about Hollywood to help him remember things from his past life. When looking through the pages of old books about former Hollywood figures, Ryan could read the names of each celebrity and say it was his friend. Ryan can also tell the details of black and white movies from a long time ago, and he can even tell behind-the-scenes secrets that not everyone knows. And when he saw a picture of the cast of Night After Night in 1932, the boy pointed to a picture and said, "Mom, this is me. I found myself." The boy can describe scenes from the movie, such as a scene of a room filled with guns. And Mrs. Cindy looked up this movie on YouTube, and there were exactly the scenes he told, including the room full of guns. The mother wrote to Jim B. Tucker, the author of books about past lives, to ask for help from someone knowledgeable in the field. Tucker and his colleagues immediately let people trace the man in the picture. It was Marty Martin, the director of a large agency in Hollywood. He lived in Los Angeles and died in 1963 of cancer, that is, 5 decades from Ryan. Ryan said that the boy had to be reincarnated because Marty regretted not spending more time with his family and loved ones in his previous life. He works so much that he forgets to love those around him. Ryan told many things about Marty, and Dr. Tucker and his team verified the accuracy of Marty's old records. For example, Ryan said that he died in a numbered room in his previous life. And in fact, Marty died in a room with that exact number in a hospital. In addition, Ryan also describes other details about life in a past life. It was memories of sisters. Marty had 2 sisters, and a mother with curly chestnut hair, of her time as a dancer on Broadway, of a mansion with a large pool in Los Angeles, and dates with beautiful girls on the beach. Ryan also told his mother that it was the boy who chose her as his mother and allowed himself to be reincarnated. Ryan is a special case because he also has other unusual psychic abilities. The boy knows that his grandmother had a miscarriage even though his mother never told. He even knew in advance who his teacher would be. Who's on the other end of the phone even though he doesn't need to listen. Explaining why only children have this ability, Dr. Tucker believes that children remember their past lives more than adults because their lives do not have many memories of the present life. Ryan's strange story became more famous than ever, and Dr. Jim B. Tucker, who spent his life researching past lives, dedicated a whole chapter in his book Return to Life to record this case. What do you think about this story? Are there really past lives and reincarnations? Leave us a comment to let us know.